Ginataang Bilo-Bilo or Tambong is one of those dishes that feels like a warm hug in a bowl. Sweet, rich, and soothing, it's a dessert that's as comforting as it is delicious, and surprisingly easy to make. Let's start with the essentials: glutinous rice balls, coconut milk, and sugar. First, create the bilo-bilo by mixing 1 cup of glutinous rice flour with about 6 tablespoons of water until it forms a dough. Then, shape them into small marble-sized balls. Pro tip: don't make the rice balls too big, or they'll end up gummy in the center. If you feel fancy, you can even add a drop of food coloring to some of the dough to make it more festive. Now, grab a pot and heat 2 cans of coconut milk. I recommend adding 1 cup of water so it doesn't get too thick. Bring this up to a simmer, but don't let it boil. It's coconut milk, not lava. Next comes the flavor foundation. Add half a cup of sugar, white or brown is fine, a pinch of salt, and 2 pieces of pandan leaves tied into knots. Trust me, pandan takes this dessert to another level. Here's a pain point: bana mystique. Bananas in ginataang can make or break the dish, so use saba bananas if you can find them. Slice 3 of them into chunks and toss them in after the sugar dissolves. Now, the root vegetables. Cubes of sweet potato and purple yam are classic additions. You'll want about a cup of each. Add these to the simmering pot and cook until they start to soften, around 10 minutes. Once the root vegetables are tender, drop in the glutinous rice balls. They'll sink like tiny cannonballs, but eventually float to the surface when cooked. That's your cue. They're done. The finishing touch: jackfruit. I like to use around half a cup of ripe jackfruit strips to add some fruity sweetness. Do this towards the end so the jackfruit doesn't get mushy. Optional, but highly recommended: tapioca pearls. Pre-soak them in warm water for about 10 minutes before tossing them in. They give the dish a little extra texture, and who doesn't love a little chewiness? Let everything simmer for another 5 minutes. The kitchen will smell divine, like a tropical cloud decided to set up camp in your house. Serve warm for that freshly made creaminess, or chill it if you prefer dessert on the cooler side. Here's the impact value. This recipe can serve 6 people, costs less than $10 in ingredients, and takes under an hour to make. A cheap and heartwarming way to bring some sweetness into your day.